A state of emergency has been declared as record rainfall inundates Auckland, forcing dozens to evacuate and leaving thousands stranded after Auckland Airport was shut down. Let's go live to Sky News New Zealand Bureau Chief Jessica Maggio. Jessica, is the worst of it over?
Well, Tim, the rain does seem to be easing at the moment and is expected to continue easing throughout the day, but it has caused widespread devastation and disruption for thousands of Auckland residents right across the region. The emergency authorities this morning say that it is expected to continue easing throughout the course of the day, but flooding remains a major risk at the moment, and rainfall in the coming days is not expected to be as aggressive. So last night, Prime Minister Chris Hipkins said that Auckland Airport was shut down. International and domestic flights have been cancelled right through to 12 noon local time today at the earliest. It could be extended depending on the situation there. But 3 emergency shelters were set up for thousands of people that had been left stranded as water reached ankle-deep levels. So we did hear from the Emergency Management Minister, Kieran McAnulty, this morning, who said that the situation at the airport did look to be easing.
I have been informed that the flooding has subsided quite a bit at the airport, which is encouraging. There was also an additional problem at the airport last night with lights breaking, so they'll need to fix those as well, but I imagine that that's the least of their worries at the moment.
Both Prime Minister Chris Hipkins and the Emergency Management Minister Kieran McAnulty will be heading to Auckland with New Zealand Defence Force as soon as it's possible to do so. Air New Zealand has said that it will start redistributing flights for those that have been cancelled today and overnight, of course. But this rain has been described as unprecedented, and we heard from the Prime Minister, who said that he believed that that forecasters weren't even able to predict the level of rainfall that had hit in such a short amount of time. A lot of records have been broken, and I'll take you through those now. At Auckland Airport, the record was absolutely smashed for the wettest 24-hour period, with 249 millimetres falling to 1 a.m. The previous record wasn't even close at 161.8 millimetres in February 1985. Auckland also achieved its average January rainfall in less than an hour, and that means that Auckland is looking at its wettest month on record, not only the wettest January. Now, as I say, the state of emergency has been declared. It will last for 7 days, and Prime Minister Chris Hipkins says that that will allow for additional support to be provided by the government.
The extent of that is kind of unpredictable. The forecasts weren't predicting this much rain this fast. The feedback that we've had from people on the ground in Auckland is that when the rain hit, it hit very hard and very fast. And the forecasters certainly weren't predicting that.
More than 2,000 calls for assistance have been made to emergency services. Around 1,500 homes are without power, and that's currently being restored at the moment. There are reports that a man has died in floodwaters in Wairau River overnight in Auckland's North Shore. Authorities are urging anyone who's looking out for family, friends and neighbours only to do so if it is safe to do so, and that's how rapidly floodwaters had been rising at least to 3 a.m. this morning in latest figures. But there are some concerns that the state of emergency wasn't declared soon enough, and there have been some disappointment from the opposition, certainly here in Wellington. We haven't heard from the government yet on the matter of the comments made by Auckland's Mayor Wayne Brown, who said that it wasn't his responsibility to hold a bucket.
And you have to take your role seriously, and my role isn't to rush out with buckets. It's to be here ensuring that the centre is well organised and that we are taking the appropriate steps at the appropriate time.
Now, authorities in Wellington say that there will be a full investigation as to whether the state of emergency should have been called sooner as they start to assess damage this morning. Tim?
Thanks for that, Jess.